Hi everybody, I'm at my log job this morning. This is my last day here on this job. I've got another hardwood job that I have to get onto because it has to be done during the winter time, so I'm going to move off this job and move on to the hardwood job. This job is not done, but that's okay. The owners don't mind. I'll come back next summer probably and finish it. But we have the truck coming today, so we just take a walk through here. I'll show you these logs that I have. So I'm thinking that there's going to be 4 loads that will go out today. 1 load will go to my place. The grubbier stuff here will go to my place. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles of better quality stuff that will go to the Amish mill. And so that's what we'll be picking up today. I've got the Percherons with me this morning because between trips with the truck, I have to be here every time the truck comes to scale it up. But between trips, it will give me a little time, so I will skid out a few more trees before we call it quits on this job. And then I will take the horses home and then come back up with the truck and trailer, and I'll show you how I get my skid steer and my cart on the trailer to take home to go on to the other job. So that's what we've got planned for the day, and my trucker should be here any minute. I had to park beside the road because he's coming in here, and the snowplow has gone up one side but has not come back on this side yet, so I gotta get the horses out of here quick like and get them in place and out of the way so that the horses won't be scared of the snowplow, but also more importantly the snowplow driver won't be scared to plow here because the horses are here. So let's get them out of the trailer and get to work. So when I back Ken out of the trailer, I have to pull his hames off his collar so that they don't hit coming out of the trailer. And so I've showed this on another video with a lady actually, and how I need to do this, and what I do when I get out of the trailer. I'll take this britchin and throw it back up onto the top of his butt, and then I'll hitch the hames back in place on the collar, and then put the britchin back down and put the crupper on. But I wanted to show you one thing. I've had people ask about what we use for a hame fastener. This is a very handy ratchet-like hame fastener that's heavy duty, strong enough for horse pulling and of course logging, and so we use that and really like that.
So here's Pat with his first load. These logs have already been scaled and I've written on them on the small end of the log how many board feet is there, and so I'm just writing it down on my book so I can tally it all up at the end of the day. So the truck is gone, so I came in to hitch on to a hitch to take it out to the landing. So here I'm unhitching the chain and I'm going to set myself over to get more centered with the cart on the log before I go out. So as I was coming out with the top log from that tree, bam, slammed right into this little cherry tree. I actually didn't really hit it that hard. I realized it just in the nick of time, and I was able to stop the horses just as it came up to the tree. But now it's got to be rolled out of there to get away from that tree. So that's what I'll do. This is kind of a grubby top log. It'll probably be used for Adirondack siding, but there's a portion of that at the butt of that log that I wasn't able to cut with a chainsaw, a big old limb, because of the chain was right in the way. So now I'll take the chain off and get it out of the way, and I'll actually clean that up a little bit with the chainsaw. But what I'm doing is turning this chain the opposite way so that I can easily roll that tree, that log, right away from the little cherry tree. But first I need to clean up the end here, because otherwise that limb is going to be driving right into the ground when I roll it. There's actually a stump or a rock right there in the middle of the trail, I can't remember which it is, and that's probably one of the reasons why it swung that log over and hit that tree.
Hey, oh! A little more. Oh! Careful with that. Jerry. Oh. C'était pas.
So I'm all done skidding for today. What I've decided I'm going to do is unload my cart, and then after Pat comes with for the next load, I will, when he leaves, I'll unhitch the horses and go home, and then the last load will be coming down to my place.
Epa. Epa. Ha. Oh.
So there goes load number 4 to Joe's, the Amish sawmill. That's just shy of 20,000 feet for him.
Well, that turned into a pleasant surprise to get an extra load of logs out of here. Joe had told me he would take 3 loads, and when we realized we had 4 loads here, we asked if we could take one more down there, and he said yes. So that's great. So now he's plugged right up. I'll show the logs when I go home, or I'll try to. And he's got enough logs to take him through a portion of the summer. So that's good. So now I will unhitch the horses and load them up. It's actually noontime, but there's one more load of logs here to go down to my place. And so I will throw the horses in the trailer and head on home, and we'll feed them when I get down there, so that I'm at the mill, my mill, when he comes, to be able to unload and tally up the logs. So let's get loaded up and head home. Ah. Oh.
Up to get the equipment at the log job. The trucker's just been here and dropped off the load of logs for Jim that are coming to our house, and Jim is stopping up at the Amish sawmill to get paid on the way back through, and we'll show you what it looks like up there with all the logs up there, and we're gonna pick up the equipment and bring it on home or down to the next log job, which Jim's going to start tomorrow.
So there's Joe's big pile of logs. They're not all from me, but a good share of them are close to 50,000 feet.
So here we are at the log job. Jim's brought the trailer back because he's going to load up the skid steer and the cart. And when we drove in, I said to Jim, it looks awfully empty here. There's a few logs sitting here, but it looks so different from the other day when I was here. plank.
Whoops!
And there we have it.